David Ortiz Sh00ting doesn't look like an attempted robbery. Retired Boston Red Sox slugger David Ortiz was shot Sunday night while seated in Dial Discotheque, a popular nightclub in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. From the nightclub shows the assailant, who has been identified in media accounts as Eddie Feliz Garcia, walk up to Ortiz from behind while the 43-year-old former World Series MVP was in the middle of a conversation with another man. Standing within, the assailant immediately sprinted to his right. His attempt to escape after being shot, Ortiz, who stands 63 and weighs 230, is shown collapsing and falling to his left. Big Papi, according to journalist Dionisio Saavedra, the bullet. Media reports that David Ortiz's father, Leo Ortiz, said that David is currently resting after surgery and that no organs were affected by the bullet. They anticipated, although the incident was initially described as a robbery, the surveillance video does not depict a robbery. Robbery is a crime. Here, the assailant didn't seem to communicate with Ortiz, let alone demand that Ortiz hand over anything. The video also, after the assailant shot Ortiz, the assailant didn't take anything from Ortiz. Just the opposite, the assailant might have also known that by shooting Ortiz, one of the Dominican Republic's most beloved persons in a crowded bar, he probably would not be able to escape. Likewise, it's far too early to draw definitive conclusions about the incident. Several seconds, still, early signs suggest that the assailant's goal was more akin to an attempted murder than to a robbery. If the shooter, given that the assailant CNN is a motorcyclist in custody, expect law enforcement to press him to reconstruct the sequence of events. Officers will demand if the assailant has a phone on him, it is certainly being examined by forensics. And if he has a home, SI will keep you posted on the latest developments. ISIS legal analyst. He is also an attorney.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,